Code-along tutorial on finding CSS selectors for pop-ups and drop-downs.
All right, this is a quick guide for how to find selectors for pop-ups and drop-downs in ThoughtSpot. So for example, if I click into the search bar here, you see this drop-down. If I wanted to style this, it can be a little tricky to actually find the right CSS selectors. So this is how I would go about doing that. You're gonna need Chrome opened up, preferably in the playground, just so you can make some quick updates here. And you'll need to open Chrome DevTools. So the first thing that I wanna do is I just wanna figure out what happens generally when I click into this search bar here. Easiest way to do that is to select the search bar. And let's make this a little bit larger. We don't actually need the styles here. So now I can see the search bar definition here. Let's see what happens when we click into it. Okay, so it's a little tough to see. Let me scoot this over. But you can see the search bar itself is being changed. So some of the attributes are changing here. So what we need to do is come back to DevTools. We'll right click. We'll go to break on attribute modifications. When we do that, it'll put this little dot here to let us know where we're going to break. So now coming back, you can see as soon as I click in, it breaks the code execution. Now this part you kind of just have to pay attention, because what we're going to do is we're going to step through until we see that box pop up. For this one, I've done this before. I know it does take a little bit, so bear with me here. And let's start stepping through the code. When you do this, you probably want to go slightly slower than I'm going here, at least the first time, just to get a feel for how far into the code you need to step. You will periodically have to wait. There's some asynchronous calls that have to resolve. Oh, okay. So now we've gotten to a point where we can see that the drop down here is loaded. So come back to our DevTools. We come to Elements. One thing I should have pointed out is when you click into this box, it also adds this div. This is something you can see in that initial step. So now I have the div that actually corresponds to the drop down. So I know that this is a selector that I can use. So I'm going to copy that. I'm going to come back over to sources. I'm just going to let it run through. Let's make sure we remove our break. So now I come over to Playground, apply custom styles. We are just going to get rid of all of this. We'll go rules unstable. So this is the class name that I copied. And let's go background red. Let's run that. And now we can see we have our red background. So yeah, this is how to find CSS selectors for some of these drop-down elements.